else 1 week, else EU meal frighten. Is the next of the lowly and extremely famous doner kebab now in issue? Latter headlines are not consolation for fans of the savory, fried turkey flesh. Is the doner a goner, and, to Pitta's Saki helping gas and concerned discussion, time Germany's Bild every day screamed it could be the end of the doner. He's all sense of a voice in the Europe Parliament following 1 week. MEPs will discussion if to drag controls above phosphorite additives wide utilized in the flesh next public health warnings. But he's not all bad news story for the quick meal favorite. Formally phosphorite additives are already prohibited of doner kebabs, but they are usually utilized in the iced flesh and the EU guideline isn't forced. The EU committee wants to enable use of the additives and to govern them, as happens already in some machined meats, such as specialty sausages. If it is success, doner kebabs are potential to person more rigid study, where include been public health warnings on a top consumption of phosphorite additives posing a probable hazard, particularly to human beings in vascular problems and persistent renal illness. The additives, identified by different E numbers on packing tag, are as well overall in sausages and some machined meats. We're not proverb we would ban doner flesh ever, but allows expect before the EFSA overview, Ms. Schildemos told. EFSA says where is a requirement to set if the public health hazard comes mostly of phosphorite additives or of a general accumulating of phosphates in the dietary. You might as well love, just 40 to 60% of nature phosphates are engrossed by the flesh, but the uptake bet for phosphorite additives is lot high, the research says. Phosphorite additives in meal are a question of anxiety, and his capacity effect on public health may so include been underestimated, it warns. Machined flesh can include almost 70% more than phosphorite rather than crisp flesh. Phosphorite additives assist to link the flesh, operating as a kind of adhesive. So while he's on a sputter it doesn't drop separately. How tool the flesh, normally lamb meat, should as well prepare via more than uniformly. Phosphates can as well act as sour addition of preservatives for flesh, minnow, cottage cheese and gentle drinks. It is wide believed how they as well assist water supply retaining in flesh, compliance it succulent. We use a diminutive standard of phosphorite, 1 gram per 10 kilograms. No is menacing to ban doner kebabs, but the way the flesh is manufactured may include to changing. Germany produces on 80% of doner flesh consumption in the EU and on 110,000 Deutsche jobs rely on it. On to her, a common EU individual consumes as lot phosphorite of doner kebabs in 1 year as of potable 1.5 liters, 2.6 pints, of Coca Bush Cola. She says kebab sellers include no option to phosphates for mandatory doner flesh efficaciously. But Mr. Ahmed told he would love to see superior checks by domestic meal control agencies to do certainly all kebab flesh was up to norm. Same checks are not appropriate at all, we've complained to trade standards on some producers not compliant. They say we'll see in he, but they don't include quite control agencies.